everyone, welcome to our channel of Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School. My name is Kajal Kulkarni and I am going to teach grade 6 English grammar. So today we are going to learn all about verbs. Now what do we mean by verbs? Verbs are nothing but action words. The action that we are doing are called as verbs. So today in this class we are going to learn verbs including future tense. Okay, so today our part will be future perfect tense. Now what do you mean by future? Yes, what do you mean by future? Future means something that is going to happen. Okay, past means something that has already occurred, something that has done, past. What is present? That is now continuing, it is going on. And what is future? Future is nothing but what is going to happen. Okay, so when we say prediction, prediction means we are predicting about future. Past का कोई prediction करता है? No, we have already completed with our past. We are doing prediction of future. What is going to happen next? So today we are going to learn future perfect tense. Okay, so let's start with our lesson. Chalo, let's begin. Okay, so future tense, as I told, future means what is going to happen. Now in future tense we have 4 types. Okay, so first one is simple future tense. The second one is future continuous tense. The third one is future perfect tense. The fourth one is future perfect continuous tense. Okay, so today we are learning is future perfect tense. Alright, we have 4 types of future tense. One is simple future tense. I will write it somewhere here. Simple future tense. Then we have future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. Third one we have future perfect tense. The third one is future perfect tense and the fourth one is future perfect continuous tense. Okay, so these are the 4 types of future. Today in our this class we are going to learn future perfect tense. Okay, so let's read these sentences. Which of these baby animals will have become the biggest animal by the time it is fully grown? So let's read the options. The baby blue whale will have grown to a length of about 30 meters by the time it is an adult. The baby ostrich will have grown to a height of 3 meters by the time it is an adult. The polar bear cub will have reached a height of 3 meters by the time it is fully grown. The baby giraffe will have grown to a height of nearly 6 meters by the time it is an adult. Now, in these sentences, you all must have noticed one thing, that will have grown, will have grown, will have reached and will have grown means these sentences are talking about future. They are telling us something that is going to happen. If the baby blue whale is small now, in future how big that baby whale will be. So we have to answer to the question. So here in this, students, it is just a type, means to introduce, how to introduce the future tense. Okay, so the baby whale is 30 meters, the ostrich, baby ostrich will become 3 meters, the polar bear will be 3 meters, the baby giraffe will be 6 meters. So what do you think, which one of these will be the biggest animal? So can you give me the answer? The answer is the baby blue whale. When the baby blue whale will grow up, it will be 30 meters. So I am talking about future. Okay, so today we are going to learn verbs part 1, future perfect tense. So now we will start. Let us read the dialogues. Rachel, why don't we meet at 3 p.m. today? I will have finished lunch by then. Nitya, I will just be starting lunch then. Let us meet at 4 p.m. I will have completed my homework by then too. Rachel, oh, I was hoping that we could practice for our badminton match on Saturday. If we practice for 2 hours, we will have completed 10 hours of practice, which is what coach told us to do. I have an extra class from 5. Nitya, don't worry, you go to class. We can meet for an hour today at 7 p.m. and then we can play another hour tomorrow morning at 6. By the time we complete one match, we shall have finished our required hours of practice. Now, in this dialogue box, you can see that two children, they are having their conversation and they are talking about their match, which is to be happen, means it is not happened. It is going to occur. The match is to be, they are going to play that match. Okay, so they are going to do the practice for that. They are planning for future. So in these sentences, in these dialogue box, here two people are talking about what they will do or plan to do in the future. Here we can see, here two people are talking about what they will do or plan to do in the future. Now in these dialogue box, we can see few words are italicized, right? They are being italicized. So the italicized words show the actions that will be completed before a specific time in the future, or by the time another action is completed in the future. So these verbs are in the future perfect tense. Now in this dialogue box, it is showing that the action what is being done. So action means the verb, right? They are going to practice. So it is the verb. So whatever they are going to practice, it will be done in future. So the words which are used here, the sentences, the framing of the sentence, they are talking about future perfect tense. The verbs are described or arranged in that way, in such a way that it is a future, it shows future perfect tense. Okay. Now, the structure of future perfect tense. The structure of the future perfect tense. So can you see here how to frame a sentence for future perfect tense? How to frame a sentence for future perfect tense? We need the subject. In the sentence, subject is very important. with the subject we use will or shall. We use will or shall. With that we have to use have plus past participle form of the verb. Now what do you mean by past participle? Means if I say eat, ate, eaten. Okay, so this is the past participle form. Okay, so we need the subject, we need will or shall, we have to add have, and the past participle form of verb. Verb means action word. Okay, so now the example is given. We shall have finished lunch by afternoon. We shall have finished lunch by afternoon. So here in this sentence we are using the subject we. We are the subject. So this is the subject. Plus we have to use shall or will. Now shall can be used only with I and we. You can use shall with I shall or we shall. You cannot use shall with him shall, her shall, no. Only with I and we can use shall. So here the subject we plus shall plus have plus the past participle of the verb and then the remaining part of the sentence. Understood? So this is the structure of future perfect tense. You have to remember that how you will structure, you will form the sentence. To form or to frame the sentence for future perfect tense, you need a subject plus you have to add will or shall. When you will add shall? When it is I or we. Okay, or else you can write I will, we will. Okay, so add subject shall plus have. Have is compulsory, you have to write have. Then the past participle form of verb and the remaining part of the sentence. Alright, next. Remember, we can sometimes use shall instead of will. Yes, see here in this explanation here, remember we can sometimes use shall instead of will. Will or shall दोनों नहीं आएंगे. You can use any one. So you can use shall instead of will, but only with I or we, not with other subjects. Next, we can also use the short form of will combined with the subject. We can write I'll instead of I will. It is I'll. When I use the short form I will, I can write apostrophe and double L. So how this you will sound? I'll. Okay, you will not say I will or ill. It is I'll. Okay, I will short form is I'll. I am short form is. Okay, so these are the short forms. So you can write instead of I will, we will, you can write will, he'll, they'll. Okay, they'll. So you can write the short forms instead of the long form. So we will see the examples. Will have reached our house by 2 p.m. tomorrow. You can see here will is there, the subject we, add will, have and the past participle of reach. Okay, so will have reached our house by 2 p.m. tomorrow. Next, he'll have written the report by this time next week. They'll have started for the journey by now. So here will is added, subject is there, plus have, plus the past participle, and then the remaining part of the sentence. So these becomes the future perfect tense sentence. Okay. Now next we will solve with the exercise of future perfect tense. The first exercise, fill in the blanks with the future perfect tense of the verb given in brackets. The first one is done for you. So let's begin. Fill in the blanks with the future tense of the verb given in the brackets. By the 10th of next month, I will have completed 10 years in this office. So in this sentence, which is the subject, you can see I. Will is added, have is added, and the past participle of complete is completed. Okay. Next, I am sure that humans dash living on other planets in 100 years. Now for this sentence, you have to add words to complete this sentence to make it a future tense, future perfect tense. So which word will I add here? I am sure that humans will have, what is the word in the bracket? Start. So what is the past participle of start? Started. I am sure that humans will have started living on other planets in 100 years. Next, third one. Asia dash the most crowded continent in another 20 years. So what will be the how we will frame the sentence? So here again, Asia will have, what is the past participle for become? It will remain become. Asia will have become the most crowded continent in another 20 years. Next one, I dash the hill by the time my friend is halfway up. What is the action word given there? Climb. Climb. So you have to make this sentence in future perfect tense. So I will add will to frame the structure. I will have climb. Past participle of climb is climbed. Okay. So I will have climbed the hill by the time my friend is halfway up. Next one, by this afternoon, I dash both my favorite movies. The action word is watch. So I will add will have watched. Okay. So by this afternoon, I will have watched both my favorite movies. Next one, by the end of next year, dash she by the end of next year, she dash to all European countries. The action word here, the verb is travel. So what will I add? By the end of next year, she will have traveled. Now for traveled you will add double L-E-D. Okay, she will have traveled, T-R-A-V-E-L-L-E-D. Okay, so this will become the past participle of the verb travel. Cleared? Now we will move on to our next page. I dash my own company by next year. I will have started my own company by next year. So students, you just have to add will, have and the past participle of the word start as started. I will have started my own company by next year. By the time we reach our destination, our guide will have arrived, A-R-R-I-V-E-D, arrived at the station to receive us. Ninth one, the child dash the present by the time you return. Unwrap. Unwrap means to open. The child will have unwrapped. W-R-A. Again here it will be double P. Only one P is there. You have to add one more P. So it will be unwrapped. By the time I finish the competition, I dash 10 medals. Win. Here the word is win. So you will write will have. Win past participle will be won. Okay. So here we have completed exercise A. Now let's move ahead. To convert a sentence into a question which can be answered with a yes or a no in the future perfect tense, place will before the subject. For example, now see students, it is a little bit confusing, but when you will solve the exercise, it will be very easy. What it says, convert a sentence into a question. The sentence is given and you have to convert that sentence into one question. Now to frame it into a question, you have to answer. The answer should come to yes or no. So when the answer comes yes or no, from there you have to start with the question. So the example here, you will have finished reading both books by tomorrow. So this is the sentence. Okay, then how you will convert it into a question? So what I will do, I will start from will. Will you have finished reading both books by tomorrow? Yes or no. So I am getting the answer to this question as yes if I finish and no if I don't finish. Okay, so what I am doing, I am taking this will at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so this will you will start writing here. So this small w will be converted, you will write in capital letter. You can see here w is written in capital letter. So you will start W with capital letter, and where U is there with capital letter, you will make it into a small letter. Clear? So easy it is. Will you have finished reading both books by tomorrow? And a question mark. Okay, so this becomes the question. I am getting the answer yes and no. Okay, so this will become the question. So similarly, we have to solve these exercises, making the sentence into a question. So I'll just read it. One I will solve here. The remaining you will be solving. Convert the sentences into yes or no questions using the future perfect tense. They will have learnt the dance by next Tuesday. They will have learnt the dance by next Tuesday. So I am taking this will at the beginning. Will they, will, only just twist space, the place of that word you have to change, okay. From here will come here and they will go here, okay. So just changing of the place. Will they have learned the dance by next Tuesday? The remaining part you just have to copy as it is and put a question mark, okay. So here, will they have learnt the dance by next Tuesday? You will get the answer yes if they have learnt. You will get the answer no if they have not learnt, okay. So you should get the answer yes or no, alright. Next one, she will have bought the shoes by next week. So to make it a question, what I will do, just change the place. Will she, see W will be capital and for she S will be small. Will she have, the remaining you have to copy as it is. Will she have bought the, see students, I am not having space here, so I am writing so tiny, next week, okay, and a question mark. If you don't put a question mark, then it will be not considered as a question, because every question ends with question mark. If it is a full stop, what we will consider that it is a statement or sentence, okay. So you have to add it, add question mark at the end of the sentence or statement. I will have become the president of the society by next year. So I will just change the place. Will I? Now in this situation, I is capital in the beginning. Now when I am writing I will just write here, I will write W as capital, W as capital, and I. Will I write I as small I? Will I write it this way? No, never. I will always be in capital letter. I am talking about myself, so I is considered as a proper noun. So proper noun is always in capital letters. So for I, you will always write I in capital wherever it is in the sentence, okay? Wherever you are writing I in the sentence. So in this case, will, W will be capital, I also will be capital. Will I have become the president of the society by next year? Clear? And put a question mark. Next, if you start walking now, you will have reached the next town by tomorrow. Now in this sentence, how you will frame a question? If you start walking now, comma, you will have reached the next town by tomorrow. So how I will start? Again I will start from here. Will you have reached the next town by tomorrow? If you start walking now, yes. Okay, so this is how you will frame the questions. Now, Venus Williams will have won another trophy by end of the year. Will Venus Williams have won another trophy by the end of the year? Question mark. Indian cricketers will have played 21 matches by the end of the month. Will Indian cricketers have played 21 matches by the end of the month? Question mark. Okay, so this is how you will frame the questions to and add a question mark to make it in a question format. So how you will convert the sentence? into yes or no by adding questions using the future perfect tense. You just have to change the place in these sentences and then you will get the question. Answer to the questions will be yes or no. Now in this sentence, it is in the beginning, in between the sentence. Okay, so what you will do, you will take it in the beginning. Will you have reached the next town by tomorrow if you start walking now? Will you have reached the next town by tomorrow if you start walking now? Okay, and then put a question mark. Cleared? So here I will stop with this exercise. Okay, so I will stop here now. In our next class we will continue with the remaining part of the lesson. Till then, thank you.